All right, everybody. Are we live? Are we live? That's the question. This would be a good time to have my dual monitor set up, wouldn't it? Yeah. Might have to get that brought out. What's up, man? How's the audio? Is it all right? I'm trying to get everything set up now. It's my first time, so I got this big light box here, so it's blinding me. Can you hear me? Cool, cool. Now I'm gonna plug my microphone in, man. If you could tell me if it's any better, if it's worse, if that's all right. It might not even do anything. Is there any change? Any better? Any worse? I don't know if it's gonna be the the volume bar is moving the same as it was before, so I don't think there's any difference. It might be worse, but I got the little Rode mic out to try it out. It's like it cuts out. Okay, let me connected it. Let me know if it's any better now. Okay, cool. I don't know. I think I got the Rode mic here. I try to get it set up to where I could have a good audio experience, but I'm probably just gonna have to use that only when I'm using my phone or a mobile device. So hopefully that's it. It's also raining a little bit, so it might be a little background music, and all that going down. So how you been, man? It's my first time. I don't know how this is gonna work with the. Let me see. You can make this a different size. I got a light that I'm sure you can see. I don't know if that light is too annoying over here. Then keep pointing in the wrong direction. If that light's too annoying over here, I'm gonna zoom back in. Hot neutral. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. It's cold out here, man. I got the heat down there below my feet. It's actually pretty cold out here right now. It's like 40 some degrees. So it's kind of cold. But I was trying to think about maybe I should bring that light out of it if that makes a better viewing experience, or if I need to. It makes this part less quality though. Yeah, it's cold there too. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I'm thinking about heading out to Texas soon, man. Do some videoing out there, and obviously I'm gonna hit up San Antonio and maybe Houston and Dallas and just all over the place. I'm really kicking it around. I've been looking at maybe buying a new minivan or something to take along my journey. I just don't want to pick up another something that's got a payment if I'm gonna start spending a lot of time elsewhere. I'd really like to be in Thailand or Mexico or something. So, yeah, I need to get something like that. I wish you could see this. This is a big light box up here, and this is just a dang. I probably could cut it off. Especially, let me try to cut this thing off. Let me see. It might be better that way. Let me see. Figure it made the lighting worse though. So that might be better to just do that. Oh man. Welcome anybody that's watching. I'm mostly just testing out everything right now. Okay, then. Yeah. Yeah. No, I need to get some. Like I said, right now I'm just testing everything out. This is it's wet out here. I don't know if you saw. I got a wire. I got extension cords running through here, so I get my little heater going, and got this light box. I probably could bounce it up to the ceiling, and it probably would bounce better, make better lighting. Hey Mandy, how you doing? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. This is my first time to do this ever, so you got to bear with me. Mostly, I'm just trying now. I'm trying to check, see how the lighting and the audio works, because I just had to download an app in between me saying this was going to start and now. So I'm still shy on camera, like a lot of people are. I'm not experienced at this before, so I try it out. I'm thinking about doing some road vlogging tomorrow. I got to go out of town. I got to go to Memphis for a little, just a few minutes, and come on back. So I thought about doing that. So if I get people where they want to watch it, I might do that. I'm gonna probably go to Gus's Chicken. If y'all ain't never had Gus's Chicken, it's really, really good. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Mr. Roby. Yeah, absolutely. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Now, guys, how's the lighting? How's the audio? How you guys getting a real good feedback here? Like I said, I had this light on here earlier, but I think it was too much light here, and I got this light box above me bouncing around. So let me know if it's all right or not. If the audio is not loud enough, I just tried my boom mic, but that ended up not working with it either. So that's right. That's right. Yeah, man. It's cold out here tonight. If y'all are wondering about my weird cup cover here, now I'm gonna tell you a story on this here. It's my drinks, like they would start to sweat real bad, like really, really bad. And I had these smart wool socks that the bottoms was worn out on from wearing them too much, but the top parts were like brand new, so they were obviously clean and all. So I took some scissors and cut it to size, and now I tell you, it's got ice in here. It doesn't get hardly wet at all. It's kind of like an insulated cup, so it's pretty awesome. Let me see here. What spots I'm gonna hit up around here? I don't know. I got some ideas of doing some drone shots and some overall footage of some mobile home parks. And I'm talking about there's some really, really, really rough looking ones around here. Not even necessarily rough, they're just very unique looking. I've lived across coast to coast and overseas, so it's very unique. I think people would be interested in seeing that. And I'm also about to start doing some interviews with people. So I'm gonna start interviewing people all across. And I got two people lined up right now. One is a sure thing. The second one is a maybe. So we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do some live streams with this guy pretty soon, I think. And then I'm also going to do some actual interviews with him. And shout out to Mandy. Mandy hooked me up. Mandy, I went to another page yesterday, and Mandy took care of me. She actually asked the people to help, add me to this so I can get a little bit of experience in this. And I'm humbled and I'm blessed by every single one of you guys watching this now. I know you guys got stuff to do in your life, and I know my life can be pretty boring, unless I'm traveling and doing fun stuff. But I appreciate y'all coming through to see me, because I got a lot of work to do, and this is the only way I'm gonna get better at it if I start doing it here. So let me see what we got down here. Get some shooting and some hunting videos. Right. See, I don't. I have guns and stuff, but I don't ever hunt. I never was a hunter. My family was never really hunters. My granddaddy was a little bit, squirrels and stuff. But I can try to get that in, but I've never been. I tell you, my granddad, rest his soul. He told me when I was little, he took me rabbit hunting, and he had some beagles. So he looked at me in the eyes and he said, "Son, you shoot my dog." And he had a few extra words he added in. He said, "You're gonna eat him." And then he handed me the shotgun. I was like, "Nah, I don't even want to do this anymore. I'm not gonna shoot your dog, and it's definitely not on purpose, But it just kind of took the whole fun out of hunting for me. So, oh hey William Wright, hey, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Yeah. So I don't know who all was on here. Like I said, this is a weird. I got to use this app or this program to get in here. I'm gonna bring my second monitor next time. I'm actually thinking about setting up a little studio area anyhow for doing some interviews at one of my buildings over here. But yeah, I think the lighting is good. You know, probably better with that light off. But yeah, Mandy from Mississippi too. Yeah. Hey, Alan, how you doing, brother? Yeah. Hey, did it clip when I just said, hey, is it clipping right now? Please let me know because on my bar it's showing red when I lean forward to speak. But appreciate you stopping by, Mr. Daniels. But yeah, it's the volume, the bar goes close to red here, but when I lean in, it's actually clipping. Yeah, Alan Daniels third. Yeah, Alan Daniels third. I think you're some kid Tommy, ain't you? With that Alan Daniels stuff. Alan Daniels third. Oh man. So what's the weather like for the rest of you guys out there? Is it good? Is it good? So I gotta figure this out. See the camera right here, but the text is down here, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna have to get that part figured out too. Dang third. Yeah, good seeing you too, brother. Tommy, yeah, I knew Tommy, your cousin. Yeah, man, he was good back in the day. Him and Fly and them. Yep. And you know, you got Pat. Remember Pat? He was from the projects. Yeah. I wish you could have some music playing in the background. I know you get those copyright strikes. I was reading sometimes you can stream some lo-fi music, which I really like the lo-fi beats in the background. Maybe I'll start doing that if I start live streaming. But like I said, tomorrow I got to go to Memphis for a little business trip, and might live stream there. I don't know. I don't think people are gonna want to watch in the middle of the day. You know, boring. You know, my man that I watched yesterday, he's got a large following, but I mean, he's been doing this for like 15 years, so of course he's got a large following. But I don't know. If people are interested in it, maybe I will. I don't know. I guess I don't think people are gonna be that interested in it yet till I go out and acquire some more. I don't know, things to do. You know, like my man Texas Mate here was saying, what else am I gonna do? We say don't look at the camera, just look at the text. Yeah, I get that. Man, it is. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. You at too, huh? Yeah. So I got to get some more places to go. You know, things. Like I thought about maybe. I thought about actually asking around to see, if just random people like my grandpa. I might try to interview him a little bit. You know, my grandmother was a law enforcement officer for a really long time. She got a lot of wild stories. You know, I thought about maybe interviewing her. But it's probably better if I try to interview non-family members. That way they can, open up a little bit more. I got a tree guy by the name of Red. If you watched my YouTube videos with the tree coming down, he was one of the main guys. He wasn't the guy in the tree, but Red's lived a pretty interesting life. So I asked him the other day would he be interested in let me maybe interview him, and he has a little interest in it. He hasn't fully admitted yet to it yet, or committed yet. Hey, Miss Allen, how you doing? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. I mean, yeah. So I think old Red will have some good stories if I can get him on video. You know, if you guys haven't seen it, there's a YouTube channel to go by the names of Soft White Underbelly, and man, he has a very interesting interviews, and I'm actually in awe at what he does. So as time goes on, when I'm traveling from all these different places across the United States and across the world, maybe I can find some regular Joe type people in their town that has dealt with some unique things that we haven't seen, or things that we don't know, has happened, and can kind of just give you a different perspective. I was watching a thing on a guy. I think it was Bald and Bankrupt. I think it was, and he goes all over Russia, a lot of Soviet bloc countries, and he does interesting things there. And he speaks Russian. He's from Europe, and he's a super famous YouTuber. But I think it's cool with him because he showed people in Russia that are in small, middle of nowhere parts of Russia. They never have seen the other sides of Russia. They have no clue what it's like there. So he was able to show their life like that. And my goal is to be the regular Joe traveling. You know, I got a guy I speak to over in the UAE area. You know, the Dubai area. I got people I speak to from different areas I keep in contact with. And it would be great just to go with those guys and maybe have lunch with them and maybe have a translator if they don't speak English. You know, the guy I speak to, he speaks English. Maybe it'd be cool just to see the regular Joe does in those countries, and I think that would be really neat because you can go all over and just show people not the fancy tourist stuff necessarily. And I'm gonna do a little bit of that too, but I think it'd be really cool to show people the other side of it that nobody's ever seen before. Let's see what we got here. Hey Cassie, how you doing? How you doing, baby? Yeah, to interview some interview some strippers, huh? One of his stores. I could probably make that happen. I could probably make that happen. There's a fella I know. He got 2 baby mamas as strippers, I believe. So I do believe so. You know, I'm sure he maybe can line one up. You know, if not, I'm sure there's some good ones in San Antonio. I can come see you. Maybe you can hook me up one. Maybe hook me up one so I can not hook me up one like that. Hook me up with one, you know, to interview. Strippers have yeah, Alexis, they do have very interesting lives. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. Maybe look, pimps, prostitutes, preachers, teachers, all of it. I'm interviewing them. You know, I haven't really decided how to monetarily take care of that. I don't know if I need to like just buy them breakfast, buy them lunch, throw them $100. I don't know if that's really the norm. I'm gonna have to learn about that. But I really got a whole lot of learning to do, and I'm glad you guys are supporting me a little bit. So to see me do this, you know, because a lot, you know, I got a little bit of time on my hands now, and man, it's great to try to find something to focus on because I have problems focusing on a lot of things. So with this, I got tractor beams going on this here. Like I'm very focused. You know, I'm working with what I have right now. I'm in a little back patio area. You know, I probably should have did it in the living room, you know, but I didn't want to interrupt, you know, anybody else from what they're doing. You know, it is cold out here. I'm thinking about getting a cargo trailer, a shipping container, or a building and converting something so I have a little office in the area to put my equipment. That way it's not all cluttered up everywhere because I got stuff in boxes everywhere. I got some unboxing I got to do. There's some modifications to some things I'm going to have to do, and I'd like to be able to film it, but it's really hard to sit on my dining room table. I got a tripod over here, a light box over there. Everything's all over the place. So let me see what we got here. Joe said, Joe, if you ever do interview any strippers, ask them the way they always prefer driving Mazdas. Man, Mazdas and Altimas. Man, they like them Altimas. They do like them Altimas. Which say, dude, you got to come up with an intro catchphrase. I do, man. I'm about to get some shirts made, actually. I know that's probably sounds a little ridiculous to most people, you know, but I'm thinking about getting maybe like the silhouette of my round head with my little signature mohawk that I've had for, you know, since, I don't know, 6 years off and on. I thought about doing something like that, just basically like a round with a little feathered looking hair, little silhouette of a nose, and maybe something under it just to start with. Because I got to get my logo for this channel to begin with, and I don't know. I've really got to just kind of figure it out. Let's see. That would be cool. Make the intro like something cool. Alexis, I would be wide open to you helping me out with any of this you would like. Anybody on here, I would love for input, good and bad. You tell me if the baby's ugly, call the baby ugly. You know what I mean? Just tell me, hey, you screwing up. Hey, you messing up. Hey, the lighting's messed up. Hey, we can't see that. Just tell me, man. Tell me, because I'm trying to learn, and the only way I can learn is if I get input from you guys, you know. Says with some dudes hiking. Dude, that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. That's Texas made. That's a good one. That is a good one, man. Maybe like they're walking, like climbing over my hair or something. Whatever it is, it's got to be something that can be small enough on a sticker or a shirt and not be confusing looking. But I like that idea. I really do. Yeah, I gotta figure something out like that, you know. And I'm also gonna do some on. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna do something on some weight loss stuff. You know, I let myself go a little bit during this quarantine and a little before. You know, I just been kind of, you know, get depressed and stuff. You know, you kind of just let yourself go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back on the keto program where you eat, you know, mostly meats, fatty meats, and a lot of vegetables and stuff. And I'm about to get back on that really, really, really soon. So I'll be commenting a little bit on that if anybody has any interest in any weight loss goals. You know, I can basically show you how big I'm gonna be now and how small I'm gonna be soon. Because I lost, I think, 60 pounds on this once before, and I was never hungry, and I mean never hungry. Felt great, had all kind of energy, you know. So I'm gonna get back on that soon. What do we got here? Yeah, you're right, Texas, man. Everybody, a lot of people did. I know I did, man. I just feel gross fat, man. Like I don't know. I got to, you know, once you get to where you get too out of shape, like I am now, because I've been sedative for too long. Another reason why I want to do this channel and travel, because I really need to get off my butt. I need to get off the recliner. I need to get it. I need to put my butt in gear. I know I'll be in a vehicle or an airplane a lot, but I'll also be hiking around and doing a whole lot too. But yeah, yeah, you're right. A lot of people did. Most people did, I think. And I don't know. I feel when I'm on the ketogenic diet, it's more. You know, everybody says it's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle. When I'm on that, I don't crave junk food after about 2 weeks to a month. Now, the first couple weeks to a month, you feel like you want to kill people over food. But after you realize that when you get out of bed, your eyes are open a little more, you know, you're more alert. You know, that's what I need. I need that right now. I need that in my life. I need to be more alert and more comfortable in my own skin, I guess. You know, I got a lot to do. Says, yeah, Joe, get in the kitchen. Yeah, you know what they say? A body is not built in the gym. It's built in the kitchen. And that's absolute fact. You know, there are people out there that are power lifters or just big dogs out there that can, you know, can eat whatever they want. And I mean whatever they want. McDonald's, KFC, one after another, eat anything they want. And then they go to the gym and work it off. There are people like that. But a majority of the people are not like that. You know, those people have a very high metabolism they train the body for. And, you know, a lot of bodybuilders like that, like I had a bunch of homeboys did it. They would bulk up, then they would do, and they would go off. They would bulk up and go. So there's a science to that, you know. But with me, man, you know, eat a little bit of bacon most days, you know, bacon fat, you know, eggs, a little bit of cheese, you know, vegetables, you know, and you know, main thing is get the sugar out your life, man. Sugar is a poison. I don't give a crap what anybody tell you. It's a poison. It's actually a drug. You know, if you look at sugar on the periodic scale, if you look at the way the molecules are made of that, it's like I think I'm about to pull it up, check again myself to make sure, but I'm 99% sure it's real close to methamphetamine. You look it up yourself. There's even prescription medicine that has, I mean, you know, it look almost exactly like methamphetamine. One little dash off of it not make it that way, and it's almost like a legal speed. Some of those things. So I try to stay away from all kind of medicines like that. Take a little Tylenol and ibuprofen and stuff, but that's pretty much it. Let me see what we got here. You should make cooking videos. Lots of broccoli. Now I do eat lots of broccoli, Miss Allen. I do eat lots of broccoli when I do my keto stuff. Do something with that big body pickup. Man, I do need to do something with that, man. I need to get it detailed, man. It's dirty. It's dirty. Because I'm always off road with it. I'm always pulling a dump trailer or going out to this or that, and it just I can't keep it clean. But I'm gonna get it cleaned up. I'm gonna get some videos of that soon. I'm gonna bring that to Texas. I am gonna bring that to Texas. Let's say, let's go, bro. Finally made it. Thank you, Mr. Simpson. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, man. I'm trying to do my thing. Yeah, man. I remember last time I seen you, I think it was New Orleans, wasn't it? Drago's? Yeah. What's that? Sugar Show was a drug. Man, it is, man. Listen, guys. Whoever's listening, if you listen to it live, if you're not listening to it live, you can always comment to me if you want me to know your opinion on it. But I'm going to ask you this. If you have a child, right? You have a baby, girl, boy, whatever. It's an infant. It's 14. I don't care. Whatever age it is. If someone told you right now that they're going to blow your brains out if you ever touch sugar again, and I mean no sugar, I'm talking about just like the keto. I'm talking about no not to say vegetables, no strawberries, no cherries, no Coca-Cola. You know, cut out the breads. Breads turn into sugar inside your body. You know, say you can't have bread either. You tell me right now how hard it would be for you not to slip up. I think it'd be pretty hard. I know it'd be hard for me, because it's hard for me now. As you get overweight and you start eating all this poison more and more every day, and you start thinking about it. In reality, what are we doing to ourselves? We think we're happy. Go get some Chinese. Go get some Panda Express, some Peking like they have here, right? Go get you some of that and then eat it. In 30 minutes, an hour later, you be like, man, I wish I didn't even eat that. You're hungry again because your body just ate all those carbohydrates. It's ready for the more carbohydrates again, and it really sucks. So a lot of people eat whatever they want and they go to the gym. Yep, and end up like rich people. Oh yeah, that dude's a big dude, man. Yeah, Dragos, that's right. It's funny. I was telling some people the other day about that that I went to the Dragos in Metairie, and for the first time I had clams that were fried, boiled, whatever they put on the fire. They put on the fire pit. Now I've had in Vegas. I went to a clam place and had raw clams. Even had it in a shot of this tequila drink. It was horrible. It's just like a booger sliding down your throat. It didn't make no sense to me how people are like, no, you're supposed to just swallow it. What's the point of that? Now I like pulp in my orange juice. I like aloe in my drink. I get that. So if people like a huge slimy tadpole-like thing slamming down their throat when they take a shot of liquor, that ain't my speed, man. I ain't on that one. I am not on that one. So yeah, Dragos was good though, man. I had the clams. I had a little bit. I tried somebody's. There was a macaroni with lobster in it. It was really good. I can't remember the other dish I had there. I tried another dish, but man, Dragos was good, man. I'm glad I went, man. I'm glad I met you there, and you told me about how good it was. I wish I'd ate there that night, to be honest. But yeah, Dragos was good. Texas Maze said no simple or complex sugars. You're right, man. You're right. I tried it on my keto stuff. I eat strawberries probably more often than I shouldn't. That I should. And when I say I eat them, I probably eat like, man, I'm talking about the fat Driscolls. I'll probably eat like 10 to 15, 20 of them. It's just because when you're not having sugar and you go get it, it is so good. Yeah, let on. Hang on one second, guys. Let my dog out. Come on, man. My German Shepherd wanted out. But yeah. So I don't do sugar at all when I'm on my ketogenic, simple or complex. Other than maybe I'll try I won't even do apples. For me, it's usually strawberries and some sort of whipped cream, fake sugar type deal. I'll have that for dessert sometimes. But I notice when I do that, my weight loss kind of slows down to almost nothing. Because if you're a healthy person, let's say you need to lose 10 pounds, hey man, eat strawberries every day, right? But when you try to lose a lot of weight, maybe you try to lose 20, 40, 50, 100, whatever you at, 500 pounds, people trying to lose all kind of numbers. You have to take more drastic approach to it, So for me, I'm going to try to cut out all the sugars I can, and I mean all of them, all sugars I can, until I get to my goal weight area. Then I'll introduce more of the sugars, the good sugars, Let's see. What's the worst experience you had in the service? Well, man, I don't really know if I want to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about it. I had a lot of bad, I say bad. I had a lot of good and bad experiences. You're gonna have good and bad experiences in everything you do. But when I first came in, man, I don't know. I used to drive a lowrider truck. I used to listen to hip hop music mostly back then. I mean, trust me, I listened to everything. I mean, literally 9 Inch Nails back then. Every hip hop song. I listen to a lot of country. I like bluegrass. I love music. But in my truck, when it slammed, I like loud bass music, my subwoofers and stuff. I was never disrespectful with it or anything. But I drove it. I drove it to work. The guys saw it. I spoke a little more, I would say, less proper, because I didn't, I don't know. This is the way it was back then. and they didn't like it. And they literally, I ain't gonna call no name. I will call names one day right here on this videos. I'll do it. But there was one guy. His first name was Mike, and he harassed me big time. He called me, you know, there wasn't any black people in my my type of job. There was another jobs attached to my unit, but there wasn't like that. And they basically told me that I was, you know, and that they didn't like me. They literally said that to me when I first came to the military. So it really made me question my life a little bit. It got to the point to where, one time I was on a truck with these guys, and the guy said, and this ain't the worst thing. This I'm saying it kind of built up to it. The guy said to me, "Hey, the airplanes or whatever, it's snowing up there, or it's raining, whatever, something." And I said, "Yes." They say it's about to snow. And the guy turned around and he very disrespectfully said some things to me and said something to the effect of, "Well, what do you think freaking snow is?" Or whatever, blah blah blah, trying to make me feel like a fool in front of everybody. And a little bit of that, a little bit of this, that guy, and there was this other guy. They instigated a lot of things, and there was one of them who told me I was going to be his bitch, and I mean it. I literally almost choked him out on the spot. I kicked the door, I left, and then I went over to the highest ranking guy we had that was in my unit, and I told him, and the people were terrified of this guy that I went and talked to. Trust me, he was a scary guy. I walked right into his office, right in the middle. He's doing everything, and I told him some choice words what I was about to do to that guy if he ever said anything to me ever again. So luckily that guy went. He said what? He jumped. He's a big old swole guy. He went and pulled him in the room, and he told him, if he ever spoke to me again, he was going to do something to him. But I know that's kind of lame or whatever. But that was the one that really made me hate a lot of people, in that time. So it kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth when I first came in. But it got better over the years. I did very well. So it did better over the years. Let's see. Yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy, guys. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that was my worst experience dealing with it was my worst experience dealing with senior, people directly above you. And when I said above you, they were pretty higher ranking. They were enlisted. They were pretty high ranking for the enlisted, crew. And man, those guys had me so mad, man. But that's how it was back in those days, though, man. They as time went on, it changed a lot, But man, those people, man, I don't know, man. Some people are just bad people, There's bad people out there, and there's good people out there. Well, those two guys were bad people. So I learned that early on. I got over it pretty quick, But for a long time, man, I really didn't like those guys. To this day, there's no way. I mean, I wouldn't help them if they were in time of need. I'll tell you that. They're bad people. So, yeah, Texas, man, it's like that, man. And it's not even. And listen, I'm gonna be clear. It's not even like the whole place was racist. It wasn't even like that. There was a couple. There was one bad guy, and he just couldn't be touched. Like they just treated him like everybody liked him. I didn't like him. Everybody else liked him. So, yeah, that's the way it is. Audio and the video still doing good, guys. Like I said, I'm just mostly doing this as a test to see how it works. It's got all kind of options on this thing, man. So just so you guys know, when you if you were to go live on a laptop like this, you just don't go just live. Like YouTube makes it look like you just hit go live, and then it asks you. Let me backtrack. It made it look like it said you could just do it without a camera or anything added on. You could just use the laptop. And when I told it to do it, it pulled up you needed to add your program. It never said that in the beginning that I saw. Let's see. What would happen if you were man, you go to jail. Yeah. I wouldn't. I would. They would. If I'd have put my hands on them, they would handcuff me on the spot. I would have been arrested, and it would have been really bad. William Wright, where you plan on traveling next? Man, I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I might film a little vlogging, or not necessarily live stream type vlogging. I might try to find something to film in Memphis tomorrow when I'm there. I don't know if I'll have the time. I might just do a little walkthrough of Gus's or something just to get a little practice of speaking in camera. Because all the stuff I've done so far, it's just been like boom right here. You know, I'm talking in the mic, I'm doing my little thing, but I haven't done it in front of groups of large groups of people. And I don't you know, as the older you get, you just don't care about what people think. So I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing any, you know, what people think about me. But it's just going to be a little awkward and weird. I can see how people think you're talking to them. You got people turn around trying to speak to you, and you're going to mess up a good shot of something, you know, because some things are a one-time shot thing, and then a lot of things, like if I was doing a video right now, I could talk for an hour, cut it all down to 10 minutes, and it would still sound like a good video. So I'm learning now on how to, well, I've already done, but I'm learning how to now on all the time kind of repeat myself more than once. That way, if something happens, like the other day I was filming right here, and a neighbor come out. They had like a little party going on or something. It was very loud, and then a beagle started whoop and all that. So I was like, so I had to end up cutting it out, and I was gonna go inside and do it. That's probably what I need to start doing. That's why I said I really want to have a little building or something. So I really don't know where I'm going next. I might go to Texas, Vegas, Mexico. I don't know. I might go to Mexico here in a few days. I just don't really know. More importantly, I want to see what everybody else thinks would be good content. You know, like if I go to Mexico, do I go to Cancun? Do I go to Playa del Carmen, which is right below it? Do I go to Aguascalientes, like where my homeboy's from? Do I go there? Do I go to I don't know. I thought about going to Colombia. Colombia's open. Colombia's open right now, and Mexico's open right now for travel. So I really don't know yet. Let's see, William Wright, the strip club. Can you get footage of the Mississippi River and the eating spots in it? Yeah, I could probably do that. Memphis has Mississippi River running through it. Mississippi River doesn't run through here, but I can look that up. I can look up some stuff. Anything you guys see, man, if y'all see something that you like, hey, I really would like to see that, man, just shoot me a message or something. You know, RegularJoeTravels@gmail.com. You know, you can message me. I don't even know how you can message to YouTube. Like I said, I'm so new to this stuff, you know, but RegularJoeTravels.com is the website that brings you to YouTube, and RegularJoeTravels@gmail.com will be an email address you can access me at. Anyone can. Let's see, strip club. Okay. Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, I heard that's a nice place, man. That in Oaxaca, even, you know, I'm just, there's so many places. Mainly what I want to do is I want to find a place that I can go direct flight to at a low cost right now. Cancun's one of them. So for under $300, you can fly there round trip direct from Atlanta. Mexico City is very, you know, available. And it's not that it's not that I'm completely against changing planes. It's just I'm gonna have a lot of gear on me and stuff, and I prefer, if I can, to take nonstop direct flights at any time I can. Now, if you said it was $300 to fly to Cancun direct there and back, now, and then you said you could change a plane, it's going to be $100 more. I'm going to pay the $300, not the $400. I'm going to do the direct route, because in between that, I don't want to lose my luggage. I don't want to have to go to the carousel if I don't have to. Maybe I'm just going what I have with me. I want to drag it from one plane to another. It's just annoying. I've had too many times where I've had to run through an airport full speed trying to get from one gate to the next. It's awesome, huh? Man, I need to. Man, you got to hit me up on that one, man. Let me know sometime the good spots to go to there. Because like I said, I went to Cancun once. You know, it was cool. It was a little wild. It was different. I'm looking forward to going back and videoing it. I thought about going to Tulum, which again is near Cancun. The reason why I say that is I could go back to the Riviera Maya, the whole area, maybe even Merida. I don't know. I may actually move there. You know, not for like ever. Maybe it will be forever. I don't know, but I may actually move somewhere down there. You know, to kind of get an experience and maybe make that my home base, and then go to the Philippines and Thailand and all the cool, crazy stuff you can do over there. Okay, then. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up when I get off of here. I'm gonna check that out. Texas. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I like Mexico, man. Mexico's a nice place. You hear constant. All you well now there's vloggers going to Mexico and showing the truth. There's a little bit different, but before that, man, that's all you heard was cartel violence and murders, and it's like bombs blowing up everywhere. Now, in some areas, for a while, it was like that. A lot of the border towns, and just stuff going on between one group of guys versus another. With that being said, the Mexican people as a whole in the cities, man, they are beautiful hearts, beautiful souls, good people. Now, just like anywhere, you're gonna have bad people and you have good people. But man, everything I see, man, there's some really good people there, and I'm looking forward to going somewhere like that and checking it out. Again, hanging out with the regular Joes, man. When my man gets off of work, whatever he's doing, maybe he's doing upholstery, maybe he's a business owner. I don't know, whatever he's doing for a living. When he gets off of work, I'd like to maybe hang out with some of those guys, and maybe they could tell me some of their stories, and could just see a different perspective, because some people haven't seen that perspective of life. Most people haven't. Everybody experiences something new. Oh man, they're there. They are there. They are there. Though. Yeah. Yeah, hey, I'll interview him, man. I'll interview one. I will interview one. Maybe a group of them. I don't know. There's a pretty famous guy out of that area. He's big into car races and stuff. Like I used to be, big into fixing up cars and stuff. But he actually went and did a go-kart track racing against a team of those, and he offered the money whoever could beat him, because he's really good at that kind of stuff. So he ended up winning. But man, it was some comments they was making at him. It's pretty funny, man. So I would definitely interview one of those just to kind of see their life perspective and see how that works. That would be humorous for sure. Because you gotta remember, man, what did they see? What did they go through? What did they experience in life? I bet they got some stories. The only downside would be probably a translator. But I got a few homeboys that live in the Bangkok area, that can translate for me if it came down to it. I'm sure if I asked them. So, they're probably going to show me around a little bit when I get there. There's another guy I follow. Like I said, I got two close homeboys up in Thailand. There's another guy I follow out of the Philippines. I don't know him personally, but he's a real good dude too. He's part of the reason why I started this channel. His name's Sunshine Shoulders. If y'all into about learning about the Philippines and what it's like to move there and live there, he lives a very humble. He lives a good life. It's not like he doesn't go without, And I like to see how he lives over there and how he experienced things over there. And then it's pretty cool because I get to see maybe what I'm going to be able to experience to see if I go over there. But he does the same kind of perspective, and that's where I swear, I didn't get the name Regular Joe, but he always talks about, I'm just a regular guy, and I was like, well, I'm just a regular Joe, and I want to do the same stuff, but I don't want to set foot in the Philippines. I want to be able to move around a little while first to see where I really like to be. Jeff Hatter, what's up, pimpin'? Yeah, old Jeff, man. Jeff was in the service with me, man. Jeff was in the service with me. I ain't gonna put out where we was at, and I don't know if he wanted anybody's business, but Jeff's a good dude, man. He's been down with me since day one, man. He's a solid dude, man. Yeah, man. Good old Jeff. Jeff used to have a really cool Chevrolet. What was that? Chevrolet Extreme pickup truck. Man, it was sharp, man. It was sharp. I used to drive my little low rider truck, and Jeff had his. It was pretty cool, man. We had some good times back in those days. That is for sure, man. I wish they made more trucks like those now. They got the new, you got the new F-150s that people are dropping superchargers in and stuff like that. But they don't make like a real cool factory, like Harley Davidson type truck like that anymore. Matter of fact, I think Chevrolet or somebody made one, but it doesn't look good. They just did something recently. Be dope to get something like a single cab Raptor, because his truck was single cab, like a single cab Raptor with a supercharger, or big turbos on it. That would be sweet. Go up to a hot Asian girl and ask, yeah, that's funny. Remember your old box Chevy? Yeah, man. I still got the license plate to that car, man. They say box Chevy. It's I still got the license plate still in my garage. I plan on putting it in my shop one day. But yeah, man. One time I had put some 20 or 22-inch gold spokes on it. The gold was starting to wear off, pretty bad. But I had some gold spokes on it. And I put some. I think when I re-enlisted in the military, I think that's what I spent my money on, as a set of 24s or something for that car. I can't remember. It was so far back in the day, but yeah, I remember. I used to love that back in the day. That was good stuff. Let's say, remember? Yeah, yeah. That was the good times, man. Chilling. Yeah, man. A lot less stress back then, man. There's so much stress going on in this world now. So much stress. Let me see if I can adjust these mic volumes a little bit. Let me know if that mic is any better or worse, guys, as I'm speaking. I just cut the volume down a little bit on it because I see it getting deep into the yellow and the red. So let me know if it get too loud or if it starts clipping or anything weird like that, and I'll fix that. And I appreciate y'all. I got 7 viewers, man. I appreciate that, man. When I started this up today, this was a spur of the moment thing. I'm wearing my shirt. I said, let me go put on a long sleeve shirt because it's cold. Brought a little heater out, ran a little extension cord, brought my huge light box that's shining probably way too much light on it. It's a cheap one. It's like a $30 one, so you can't adjust it's just an LED bulb inside of a big box that has a little white filter on it to diffuse the light. So yeah, what'd you say? It's looking good, sounding good. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate that. Go up to a up church concert, my dog. I don't know if they'll let you. I don't know if they'll let you film to that level. They might will. They might let you do something like that. I don't know. I know concerts, and comedy clubs and stuff like that are real weird about what you're filming. Like having the camera out. Because I mean, you would literally need to have like a decent camera and something like this, so the sound could hit it better. I would think you would. And then it would say you're trying to make money on it or something. Ain't nobody making no money off this. If you look into becoming a YouTube person, and I don't want no fame, I swear to God, I don't want to be recognized anywhere by anybody. That's not what I want this for. I'm doing this as an outlet so I can find a new way to, have better hope in life. Just something I can do and feel like I'm accomplishing something. I don't. With that said, even if you had 1 million subscribers, I'm talking about 1 million subscribers, and I Googled this today. It says if you have 1 million subscribers and you post regularly, you make 60 grand a year. 1 million subscribers? I'm not gonna get 1 million. Maybe I will. That's not likely. I'm realistic with this. I'm not trying to reach the world. I'm not trying to have the best video and footage anything in the world. What I'm trying to do is show a different perspective from the regular Joe. Everybody else goes to touristy things and they go do this. But I want to go hang out with the Jeff Haddos. I want to go hang out, with the William Wrights. I want to go hang out with them and just kind of see their perspective. Because I don't know if y'all been to Cajun country parts of Louisiana. It is wild there. The Pontchartrain Bridge, where when you're driving over it, you look out to the side, they got like little buildings on floats. People live in those. There's no roads. They ride a boat through a swamp to get there. That is amazing. I want to see that. There's a prison rodeo in the Baton Rouge area. Prison rodeo, yeah, just like they had the movie on back in the day with what's his name, Richard. Like they have a prison that they have prisoners ride bulls, right, and compete against each other and everything. There's a big thing in Baton Rouge. So I'm going to try to go to that. I don't know if they're going to let me video it because it's probably going to be pretty uptight since it's prison and you're walking around a bunch of prisons and stuff, because they're right there, dang there with you from what I was told. But the trustees, they don't want to ruin that. They train all year long for that kind of stuff, So anyways, prison rodeo, I want to hit that up. If they let me carry my cameras, I'm carrying that in there. That's going to be cool. See, Jeff say, what about practice your drone video skills during the football games? Man, that's a great idea. I didn't think about that, man. I didn't think about that. I'll have to look into that. The only downside to drones right now is they're trying to really hammer down some rules on them. Like the FAA is actually talking about making it super strict where people really can't do it. In Canada just recently, for example, you can't fly a drone without going to this serious class. And I'm talking about a class to where you have to listen. You have to listen to the air traffic controllers, everything going on around you. You have to wait your time. You have to chime in and ask them in air lingo, which I don't know if y'all heard when pilots talk to the ground station and everything. And it's fast. It's fast and all very, very concise words. You have to know what you're doing. So you literally have to do that in Canada now. So I like my DJI Spark. It's probably great for my level of filming. I really want to get one of those real good quality ones that will really track well, because when I'm moving my gimbal, it's like boom, it's either on or off. There's no smooth transition from nothing to on. So I really want to get a new one. But even with that said, I know that there's rules also about flying it around populated people. Like, if you can't, obviously I couldn't fly over a crowd of people there. So I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to look more into what I'm allowed to do during large groups of people. But I know for a fact that when you cut it on near like a baseball stadium or anything, it'll tell you right off the top, hey, you can't fly in this area without permission, because they don't want people flying drones and just dropping on people's heads. But that is a great idea, because that would be ideal, that I could get off far enough to where I could track them sideways as they're running and stuff. That's a great idea. If they give you trouble, just ask. Say if that was America. That's true. I've seen that prison rodeo down. Yeah, that would be cool, man. How was it? How was it, Mr. Texas Made? You say, man, see, I had it lined up that I was supposed to actually go to that with a guy, but things fell through and I didn't get to go. It was before COVID, but I really regret not going, because I feel like it this way. At any given time, they may stop doing that. It's such a strange thing in America. And again, if you go overseas, they do things to us that's strange. You go to Thailand, they're going to have some stuff where you're like, what is going on? And that's awesome. That's what I want to see. I want to see the normal things there that's cool with them. Just like the stuff that's cool with us. Now, even for us, a prison rodeo, or maybe like a prison football game or prison boxing, that is very, very unique. That's not something you would even think that still happens. But that'd be really cool to see nonetheless. Let's see. A lot of people hate out of jealousy. Yeah, man, jealousy is one of the worst things out there, man. All right, Jeff, we'll holler at you, man. Yeah. All right, Dan, be safe, man. Be safe out there. But yeah, Alan, you're right, man. Jealousy it's a sickness almost. And I'm not making them an excuse when I say sickness. What I'm saying is, jealousy in general, it eats people alive. They can't stand to see nobody do something better than them. And that's one of the things about us in America. And I don't know if all the countries are as bad that way, but I'll tell you right now, in America, it's like that. If you got a bunch of people together, it's like the hive mentality. Once you step out and you start making money or changing up things, or maybe you're going to travel, and people are, why you get to travel? Why they got a new car? Don't worry about it. If you focus more on what you're doing, you can get that money too. So I don't understand that. Texas won't stop rodeo. Yeah, no, I didn't figure they would stop the rodeo. What I mean is, prisoners on it. Like, you would think that would be a lot easier for like a prison break or something. But matter of fact, they have a prison football team. Because the guy I know, his dad was the coach for that. I just not thought about that. I got a bad memory. His dad was a coach for a football team, and just that same prison that Lil Boosie went to. I can't remember the name of it. It's a really rough prison over there in Baton Rouge, like, area. Anyways, yeah, they have a football team there, and those guys, you got some real hardened criminals in there that stay on the straight and narrow, because if they don't get to stay on the football team no more, and they can actually get their time cut for being better. So if you think about it, anything that those guys can do when they're locked up, because idle minds will just bring poor judgment. But anything those guys can do when they're locked up, whether it's they got kittens, some prisons have kittens. You got a football team, maybe a boxing team, anything. But yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, y'all look that up. The Baton Rouge one, I think the prisoners get to play against the police team, the guards or whatever, playing football or something. So a lot of the guards are big yoked up football guys. And that guy I know, he was in the football big time. So I'm gonna look that up later. Maybe if we do this live stream stuff, if people start actually looking at it again like this, I'll look it up and I'll have the information on that. They got one on Beaumont by Houston. I believe it. I've been to Beaumont. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. He was from, what's the name of that town outside of Beaumont? His name's Chance. Yeah. There's a town right outside of Beaumont. He's from Vidor, 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 Texas. Yeah, I've stayed the night a few nights in Vidor, and I've been to Beaumont. Got some. Back when I was eating better, I ate me a little can of tuna out there by the train yard. It was real beautiful out there. Let's see. I think you're talking about Beto one. Beto one. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about the Beto? I don't know. I just know I was in Beaumont. The town he was from is from Vidor. I know that for sure because he said Vidor, Texas. There was some sort of real famous country music star that's from Vidor also, and that's what you know that's what he was he would always tell me about. I can't remember who that was either. But yeah, Vidor's not that bad. Nice little town. Nice little town. You know. Let's see how many people we got on here. We probably got a couple people. So we got 5 people. Okay now. Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody watching, man. I know I'm boring. I'm here right now just trying to figure out how to learn how to use this live stream and to see if it's gonna be something I'm gonna do more often. If it's something people care to watch, some people care to watch anything. Maybe I'm like, for example, I go to Memphis tomorrow. People like, hey, I'm bored, throw it on. They might throw it on while they cooking food or something. Talk with me, whatever. I'll probably have my son with me or something, reading the messages so he can tell me what's going on. So I ain't gonna be doing it while I'm driving, obviously. Beto one prison. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's scary sounding, man. One of the worst ones. Yeah, Texas, man, they got some. I can only imagine that prison, what it's like to be there. God, I don't even want to imagine it. I mean, any of y'all, can you imagine being in like the roughest prison? Or can you imagine being in a prison in like, I don't know, Uganda or the Philippines, man? Or I don't know who's got the worst prison. Russia? Certain parts of Russia, man. I seen a video on Russia. They they got these big. They call them Caucasian shepherds. These huge German shepherd looking dogs. They got big heads on them. They're mean. They keep them locked up in things. If the prisoners get loose, they let go to Caucasian shepherds. Those things fight bears. These are big dogs. So they make them when they walk around. Now, at least the worst prisoners there, they make them walk behind it with their arms behind their back, with their head like their body's like at 90 degree like that. So their head's right here, their back is here, and that's their legs, and they keep their arms pulled way up. So there's absolutely nothing they can do. We're talking about death row type people. There's absolutely nothing they can do to get you, because all you do is pull up their arms hard and their face is on the ground. So that's how they make them walk from their cell to anywhere they go, everywhere. And I seen that video. That was very interesting. And that's another thing, man. Maybe I'll be able to get into a prison. Not like go to prison, but get into a prison to do a video, man. You never know. I'm open for that. What does that say? Hit that like button on the screen. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Everybody hit that like button. I appreciate that. Brazil has the worst prisons. That's where the prisoners have guns. God dang, that's crazy, man. I believe it though, man, because I used to want to go to Brazil real bad, like the Rio area. But man, they'll take your head off for your chain up in Rio, man, and all those areas like that. And I'd probably still go if I had, again, if I feel it's gonna be not detrimental to my life, and I get a good translator with me. That's gonna be my key, is to find somebody who's from there, that maybe I can throw them a little coin just to make sure everything's going to be safe. Those guys know the areas. They'll say, hey, man, this area don't go there. Or maybe they know the guy that run the block of the area, and he says, hey, man, we didn't mean no disrespect. We're just trying to get out of here. Maybe what I do, I don't really know yet. I don't know what other people do. I just think about, saving your life, in that kind of situation. It's probably best to have, if you don't speak the language and you don't know the area, it's probably better to, these other guys say, oh, I just went to the worst slum of this, and they walk into something. I don't know about that. I don't know if they're really doing that. I mean, they doing it on video, but like I watched a guy today. He got dropped off in the middle of nowhere, Mexico, to go to this beach, and he's climbing over this mountain, right? He said the people wouldn't let him go this way, so he had to climb over the mountain. He's like, I don't even bring any water. There's no cell phone reception. The Uber just left, because in that town they could have Uber. It was Oaxaca, I believe. And it was like 30 miles out. There's this really beautiful beach area. But he got dropped off, claiming that he had no cell phone service. No one was going to be there, and that he ain't bring no water. That ain't going to be me. No, sir. I seen some pictures of the prison. They're demolishing their downtown. Yeah, do that, man. Do that, man. Man, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine. I can't imagine being in prison. Lord, thank you for all the dumb decisions I made in my life. Man, I'm glad I'm not there. That's for sure. We are. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for prison, man. That would be you know, that would be bad. Especially like somewhere like Brazil or any of those places, man. I don't even want to be in the county. No, 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 no. I'm staying straight and narrow, man. Mm-mm. Not today. Mm-mm. See what we got going on here. Shoot, like we got three of them on here right now. Well, I appreciate y'all staying with me for a minute. Like I said, this is mostly just a chance for me to check out the lighting, and I don't know if I'm real pixelated because my screen's a lot different the way it's set up. But I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm gonna try to get a building or set up a room or something so I can have a better one. I'm gonna need it anyway for filming, especially unboxing and stuff like that. I like to do the unboxing things. I'm not good at that yet, but I like to do the unboxing. You know, I buy enough junk anyway. Might as well unbox some of it. Let me see here. Name. Stream Health. So guys, if you guys ever go to do this, there's an app, or I keep saying app because I use a phone mostly. There's a program called OBS, and OBS is gonna give you more of a live, let's say a live current. It's very close to what you're doing on this camera because I didn't know what to expect when I did this, and it's got a lot of options. I mean, it's got a lot of options, a lot of stuff going on here, and on this, it tells you to drop frame rate, it tells you everything, but you can't just start it. Like if I pull up I just put up the old screen, the YouTube one. Man, this thing is it's from when I just did this like that long ago. Like it's a good lag behind it. Now the one from OBS is maybe like a half a second to a second, but it gives you a volume thing where it shows you green, yellow, red. It gives you little bars here so you can adjust your volume down a little bit if you need to. But more importantly, excuse me, you can't just start this program. It makes it look like you can just start it. It's easy to get your little code that you have to put in, man. But in this, what you have to do is you have to go set the camera up from the laptop to that program. And you think as smart as a Mac is, you think it would just pick it up like that. Do a bike vlog. I might do that, man. I only got one bike I can ride. Actually, it's basically my son's bike. It's my son's bike. I got it for him a little while back. He's not able to drive on the street, but it's a dual sport. I got that, and I put some panniers where the Pelican cases on the back, and I got it all set up. It's a nice little bike. It's not super expensive, but it's a brand new bike when we got it. The roll cage from it came from Thailand. It's got a crash cage around the engine, so if he was to accidentally let it down in some gravel or anything, it wouldn't damage the plastic on it. It's a little Honda 250L Rally Edition. It's a pretty sweet little bike. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if nothing else, I'll do a bike vlog. They make a helmet clamp that clamps right here to your helmet, so you can get the GoPro here, and that's probably the best place. When you put it up here, you put it in other places, it doesn't really work out best. There's a clamp that'll let you put it right there. It's kind of expensive, that's why I ain't got it yet. But I'm going to do that with the GoPro 9 that I just got coming in. I'll do that soon. I'll order that clamp. My son wants to ride the bike pretty bad now. We got to get the oil change. I haven't had the oil change in a while, and I don't want to. I'm real funny like that. I like to have fresh oil and everything in something. I don't like to let it sit for a while and not use it with fresh oil. So, but I will do that. I really appreciate him input, man. I really do, because that is a great one. I could even mount the GoPro 8, or I say 8. I don't have an 8. GoPro 5 in another spot and get some different views of it. We've all seen the video and the audio is not good. What say we all seen? If you see the video, it's not great from the 5. Like, when you had, so I bought that 5. This is how it happened. I bought that 5 many years ago, and I had the 1 or 2. I had one of the first ones too. Never really used it. I bought the 5 saying I was going to use it, and then I just never did. So it's been laying around. It was brand new. I literally used maybe like one time, two times ever, and then and that was just in the house. Just like, hey, look at that, yeah, you know. And when I did the review on the 9, when I got it in, obviously I used it right away. So the 5 and 9 comparison, it's not like the 5 has been in the heat and abused. You know, that was a real true comparison of it. But the video and the audio was way better on the 9. I think it's still got some room to go on it, but it is really good. Voiceover on the video, yeah. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing is I will be vlogging in the other countries I go to. Like if I go to Mexico here in a few days, week, whatever, I might should carry my helmet. I got a really nice helmet that would work real good with that grabber. But anyways, if I go there, I might rent me a Harley Davidson or something else that I'm comfortable riding that I've ridden, a type of bike I've ridden before, or maybe even a scooter. You know, I'm not opposed. You know, once you live in Japan or anywhere else like I live, scooters and vans are awesome there. And that might be one of my catchphrases. It's awesome. I might use awesome in something, whatever, because if that don't sound too corny, it sounds corny to me, but it just keeps coming out for whatever reason. I don't know why I keep saying it. But vans, slammed vans, stanced out wheels, you know, I love that, you know. Scooters. When I was in Japan, I had a R6. I bought it brand new when I was over there. It was blue. I'll try to find some pictures of it someday and put it on here because it was dope, man. I had taken the swing arm, right? What I did is I went on eBay and bought the same bike swing arm that had been crashed or removed from one. I sent the factory swing arm to South Carolina. I had them cut it and extend it 12 inches, right? So they welded it all up. This is from some of the baddest bikes. Some of the baddest bikes in the world ran the same company swing arm. Anyways, from back in the day, the big wheel bikes back then. Anyway, so I had him ship it to me, and there was a guy I had met. He was he was a prior Marine. He lived there as a contractor. He was married to a Japanese lady. So what I ended up doing is I ended up using his place because he was real good at taking bikes apart. So we took the swing arm off there and put the extended swing arm on it there. No one had, I'm talking about, and it was in Okinawa, not one person had on the island at the time. Mark my word, not one guy did. Now, within a month or two, there was another guy who had a Hayabusa. He stretched his, and he had a real fat tire on it on the back. Mine didn't have a fat tire. I couldn't afford that back then on that bike. But he got in an accident. It was like a dump truck or something hit him or something like that, and he got messed up pretty bad in the U.S. And he said he got messed up so bad he was in the hospital for months and months and months. So he got a huge check. So he saw mine, or either that, or maybe he didn't see mine around the same time. I guess, had ordered his. So for a while, I was the only guy on the whole island of Okinawa that had a stretch swing arm bike. And every single time I pulled up to a red light, the Japanese dudes, and they had dope scooters, man. They had stretch swing arm scooters, fat tires, lights all over them. Y'all look them up, Japanese scooters, man, like custom scooters. They was dope. Big engines in them, 650cc engines come from the factory with big modifications to them. But they would roll up on me. They would be like, oh, sugoi, 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 which means cool in Japanese. So we'd be thumbs up at each other everywhere we went, you know. It was pretty dope, man. I love a straight swing arm bike. Speaking of that, I don't know if any of y'all listening or watching maybe later or anything, and I know you're in the bikes a little bit too. That new booster just came out. That new Hayabusa. Man, I want it. I want it. I got one of my homeboys over there in the east over there. He got a yellow Hayabusa, man. Yes, sir. It's tight, man. It really makes me want one again. I gotta lose a bunch of weight, man. I don't want to get on no super fast bike again and just feel like I'm just a big old roly-poly on top of it, like you feel after you gain so much weight. You know, I'm gonna get down to a good weight size, and then I might get me one, man. One of the downsides is it's not as fast is the previous Hayabusa, believe it or not. It's a dope bike though. It's a good looking bike. It looks very similar. And I've owned Generation 1 and the second generation Busa. The Gen 1 I had was a limited edition model. It was like a bright red with a black frame. It was pretty dope. And then I bought a brand new all black Hayabusa back in 08, 09 maybe. And I never stretched one of them though. I loved it, man. I used to be in the Rough Riders, man. I was a Rough Rider back in the day. Let's say voice over the video. I'm stuck on the man. That S1000 double R's. That's a dope bike, man. That's a dope bike, man. I'm just a Busa guy, man. I've all ever since I was a kid. I remember the Honda came out with a, I don't remember what it was called. It was like a Red Wing or something. It was like 1,000 cc bike way back in the day or whatever, and it was a black wing or dark. I don't remember. They called it something. But man, everybody loved that bike back then. And I was real young when it came out. And then, but when the Hayabusa hit, I was like, yo, 1,300 cc's in a bike. Now you got dang near that and the side by sides and everything else. So it's not really that big a deal to have a big cc bike. It's just how it's tuned. But like you said, man, that S1000, that's a good bike though. That's a good bike. Well, my homeboy Spencer, he may watch this later. I don't know. Probably not this late. And this is a long stream. I appreciate y'all staying with me on this. But he had a TLR 1000, I think it was. And man, he loved that bike, man. And they call him the Tiller, TLR 1000. I remember back in the day, that and the RC 51 Honda, they had the meanest exhaust. They still to this day, they probably have the meanest exhaust sounds from the factory, I believe. Fireblade, that's it. Yes, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. It was the Fireblade. I said, man, that was a dope bike back in the day, man. And I think that's what spiraled the out of control. Like, hey, you're gonna have the hyper bikes. I gotta get this bike, that bike. And my Booster, man, I could throw that thing in the curves. It wasn't like I owned a, man. I started out with a 600 Yamaha 600 something. Had like a fuchsia stickers on the side of it. Man, it was so ugly. I think I traded a four wheeler. No, I traded an Impala. I traded something for it. I don't remember what I traded. I traded something for it. And that was my first motorcycle. I rode it for a while, sold it, and then I bought a brand new Honda CBR F4i. That was back when they had the fuel injected, the 600 cc fuel injected bike it just came out with. Man, I loved that bike. It was yellow and black. I got some stories about that bike, man. But yellow and black, it was a dope bike, and I fell in love with that one, man. I don't remember why I got rid of that bike. I normally remember why I get rid of something like that because I love that bike. But man, I probably own 15 motorcycles, maybe more. I've owned a lot of bikes, double that in cars at least. I'd be scared to put that boost on the curb. That's what I thought too, man. That's what I thought too. But see, when I was on my little 600 that F4i I had, this is back before I was in the Rough Riders. I was in North Carolina. There was this big guy. I don't remember his name. He would always ride. He was always riding. We was riding. He was riding. He would be out all the time riding. Big guy, man. He was probably, I say big guy. He's probably my size now. He's huge, but we was smaller. We was in the military. He wasn't in the military. That dude would thread the needle. It'd be me and one of my homeboys just riding staggered or next to one another about to get going through a curve. That guy would roll by us, sitting almost up, don't care, right in between us, man, and then yank that curve way faster than we could take the curve. So it's not that it can't take a curve or it can take a curve. You just got to know how to throw it. Like if you get off 600 and then you hop on that booster feels like you're trying to turn a barge. But if you drive that booster for a week and then you hop on a 600, you feel like you're sitting over top the handlebar, like literally like your face is past the front tire. That's the way I felt. Cause I did that. I got off my booster and I had to ride a little Kawasaki 636. I had to pull it around and I thought I was going to drop it, man. That and I went from Japan to having a stretched R6 to when I showed back up in the United States, I had a Denver's chopper, a Springer front end Denver's chopper, which I got photos of all these bikes, stretched way out. No brakes on the front. Well, no, I had brakes on the front, no brakes on the rear. Oh, it had them, but they didn't work. So I went from riding, literally getting off the plane in Japan, going to get my stuff. My homeboy Spence had that bike waiting on me. I got it off matter of fact, I got it off eBay of all places. It was in New York City. Well, not New York City, it was New York State. What's the name of that? Somewhere up north in New York State. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, it was way up there, right? Buffalo area, I think is what it was. He had it waiting on me, so I went and picked it up from him. And I remember, matter of fact, he had taken it he had got a service for me. I said, hey, take it to the mechanic, have change the oil in it, get it all ready. Anything needs to be done, let me know. I think something with the steering, it didn't have a stopper, so the handlebars would actually hit the gas tank. So the guy called me and said, hey, you want to put the little stoppers in for a few dollars? I said, yeah, go and put that in there because I never rode a chopper before. So I went from selling my stretch swing arm bike in Japan, getting on the plane, coming here, and driving the complete opposite. We're talking 12 inches back. Now I'm 14 inches over, or 10, 12 inches over, whatever, Springer front. I'm just like, and it bounces, man. You're in the curves, Yeah, it was a pretty dope bike. I had that when I was in Texas, man. That's why I got it in North Carolina. Moved to Texas with it. It was Wichita Falls area back then. Sure did. Let's see here. Yeah, that was back in the day. I'm a Boost lover though, man. Like I said, they just dropped that new one, and I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted to get it, but I just don't want no more payments, man. I'm sick of having payments. I'm sick of owing money, to anybody, man. We are wage slaves, man. That's what we are, man. We're in debt for just stuff that we don't need, you know, to try and impress the neighbors that we don't even care about, or friends, or everybody else. Man, nobody care about what you have. I like nice stuff too. I like it for me though. So I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate y'all still watching or whatever. Y'all let me know how we can cut it off whenever. You know what I mean? I'm just here trying to get a little bit more experience, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all with me here. If y'all haven't liked it, I appreciate that. If y'all could like it too. Did I feel like I was gonna put the bike on the side initially? So when I first got that bike, I was scared I was going to drop in the parking lot. And I don't mean just drop in the parking lot. I mean, I was scared I was going to stop a little too fast in a curve and then just not get my foot out fast enough. And that can happen very easily if you don't balance it just right. But that's anybody. But the boost is heavy now. But when it came to curves, again, at first it feels like you're trying to put a school bus in it. But you got to learn to trust it. You get your chicken strips off of it as best you can. Just kind of trust the bike, get it over a little further. Man, there's videos of dudes on gold wings passing guys on sport bikes in Deals Gap, that where it's the most curvy motorcycle road in the United States, maybe in the world. I don't know, but it's impressive. you know. So there's guys that go out there and just whip it and go around 600s, man. 600s are so easy to throw when you're doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, so after a while, I got, you get used to it, in my opinion. And in my opinion, I wouldn't hesitate buying that. That would be, if I could, I wish I'd have gotten it sooner, because you just got to learn how to control the power. And then, believe it or not, after a while, you just don't get scared of the power anymore. At least I didn't. It got to the point where I was just kind of like, I was gonna put a turbo on it, and that's when I realized I probably should sell it, because, on my life, I would go out and do full throttle launches. At first you might have to feather a little bit to get the tire not to spin, but I'm talking about just hammering it full back, and after a while you start thinking, man, something bad gonna happen. I didn't like going fast. I like going from zero to fast and then letting off. But yeah, let's see right here. You feel like you could incorporate what you just said in your intro about the impressing the neighbors. Yeah, I should do that. That's a good idea. Matter of fact, every video I've done so far, and I mean 100% of videos, I say all but one video at the very end, I lost some footage and I had to go back across town. I had to drive an hour and 10 minutes just to do it. I kind of wrote down some tips of what I was going to say just to finish it off, because I lost my footage. But every bit of the rest of this I haven't practiced. I haven't even really thought about it. It's just went in wide open. And I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that or not, because it's very, very hard, because you don't have no clue what you're going to talk about. Now, this right here can be open dialogue, so it doesn't matter as much. But we're talking like if I'm going to film a video on the drone or whatever, I just go out and film, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to film on that and that. And I just do it as I go. And that's probably a mistake, because the real good YouTubers, they go out and plan it and they practice a little bit of it. But the neighbors, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I got to make an intro video anyhow, and I think I'm gonna incorporate, being a regular Joe, and how, what are you out there doing trying to impress the neighbors? Because the reality is we're all working. Man, I got so much stuff, man. I ain't talking about rich folks. I'm just saying I got too much crap, man. Like, I think about often, like, maybe if I just sold most of it off or gave a lot of it away to move, like, because think about it right now, if you have to move somewhere, maybe you're going to move to the Philippines, you're not taking your whole house, you're not taking this nice grill, you're going to take the things that you can take, your camera, your clothes, maybe some pictures that mean something to you, whatever you take, but you're not taking everything you have in your house. And I've got too much stuff in my house, I need to get rid of a bunch of it, to be honest. Yeah. That is absolute truth. I was hoping my homeboy Michael Wayne will come up on here. So Michael Wayne, I guess I'm gonna do an interview on him, man. I think you guys are gonna like that, man. I only really want to do that one. I think is if I get, if I get enough people watching. And I ain't talking about hundreds of people. If I get maybe 10, 20 people that'll watch my live stream, I will make it interesting one. At least we will have no clue what's gonna happen with that one. Cause he's a wild card, but he likes doing live things. He sometimes does like live Facebook stuff. He likes to sing karaoke, which is interesting. And he's a good dude. He's different. He's a good dude though. So I was hoping he would come on and chat a little bit with us because I told him I sent him a message about it. But with that being said, I'm gonna get him on here and do maybe I do a live stream with him. If it's good, I'm definitely gonna do a video on him anyhow. It says I can't go. Yeah, yeah. Text me. He said I can't go and live just anywhere. They don't allow guns everywhere. That's where I draw the line. You're right. You know, I agree with you. That's a thing I fight with myself with when I go places like in Mexico. I can't own a weapon there unless I become a resident there, like a permanent resident, and then you have to apply for permission, and then the biggest caliber pistol you can own is like a 38 or a 380. Like it's not. I'm telling you, it's not more than that. I know. I read something on it today actually, and then you have to, there's one gun store in the whole all of Mexico. It's in Mexico City. It's very difficult to get a gun there, but you can get it. And if you're like a hunter, if you're on a ranch or something, you're allowed to have 9 rifles or 9 long guns and 1 pistol. That's what it said. Have a watch party with that dude, some beers. Sure, I don't know if I can have that stripper stuff over here now. It can't be coming on my house, you know what I'm saying? But hey, he wouldn't know what to do. If you had a stripper around that guy, mm-mm, you wouldn't be able to have no video. It would be entertaining, but most of it would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? I don't think it would be. I don't think. Yeah, 25 caliber. Yeah, they do have that too. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. So, yeah, I think I'm hoping things change in a lot of areas. For better. That's one thing. That's one thing I think I'm gonna enjoy about traveling and living, even if it's short term living or permanent living. I think what I'm gonna like a lot about it is I'm not gonna care as much about what's going on politically. I'm not gonna care as much what's going on drama wise. I'll be able to just go. If things are not good, it doesn't look good, I can leave. You know. But with the Mexico, I would love to live there long term to try that one out. I say long term. I'm thinking 3 to 6 months at least. I'm not talking living there for 20 years, which I may would do that too. Like I said, I really don't know, but it would be nice to be able to go there for a little while, leave from there. Let's just hypothetically, let's say I went to Mexico for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and then I love it. Maybe I stay there for a year. I don't know, or maybe I say either way it goes, I still need more content, right? So then I'll maybe go to Colombia for a month, you know, Medellin, I don't know, go somewhere like that. I really don't know yet. Um, I got a friend of mine. His family's from Barranquilla, so that's one of the places I could always call him up and see what he recommended. Would it be a good, safe place to go? You know, what it say? Y'all sure do talk about. Yeah, yeah. My man in Texas, he like them scribbles, don't he? Don't go to Lima right now. Yeah, I've heard about, man. So there's so much turmoil in the world, man. I'm hoping I could be that one that helps a little bit with people seeing that there's some good people out there no matter what. I don't want to get in the middle of no trouble now. I ain't trying to get in the middle of no wars and no fights. Like Azerbaijan right now they got some stuff going on right now, fighting over there. I would love to go to that country. I'd love to see it. I'd love to go to Armenia. I'd love to go to Armenia. But there's some trouble going on right now there. And I'm not gonna wherever I go, I'm not gonna talk crap about their country. I'm not going to. If something dangerous happens, and I'm gonna tell you. But I'm not gonna be one there to pick their country apart. They do what they do in their country. That's their country. But I want to experience it, and I want to get the regular guy's point of view on it. Yeah, Miss Allen, them guys like them strippers. Some of them do at least. Oh man, we've been on this thing for a minute. I appreciate the extra like I got there. I don't know who did it, but I appreciate it. So I don't know if y'all heard earlier, but with these live streams, the benefit it gets, other than being more comfortable in front of a camera, is that it will give you more time uh, on the clock, because you can't get monetized with YouTube until you've reached 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours in a 12-month period. So it'll be very difficult for me to get that at this point. I'm not going to give up. Like I said, I like to have some people on here, that enjoy hearing the content. Like I said, I'll have some other characters come on. My man Texas Made, he gonna bring the strippers, so we'll have that going for us. Maybe he'll bring them through. Get a little video of them, talk about them, learn what they're going on in their life, right? What we got here? Switzerland, and get some king crab. Man, I didn't even know they got king crab like that over there, huh? I love some king crab. The ones I eat, they come from Alaska. One kind of crab I want, it's called stone crab. If you never heard of it, it's a big claw. And it comes mostly, and don't quote me on this, but I know it comes mostly from Key West. Hang on a sec. Never mind, that's my dog over acting now. Most of them come from the Key West area that I've seen. As a matter of fact, they have a place in Vegas and Key West, both called Joe's Stone Crab. And I never got a chance to go. I really regret not going. But from what I was told, is they break the crab leg off, or the claw, they throw it back. It's like illegal to keep the crab. You're not eating inside that crab legally, unless there's some rule when it gets a certain age or something. I don't know, but you get the point. The fishermen to break the arm off and throw it back. So they grow another arm, they catch it. So it's pretty dope. Like I really want to try that one. That's one of the ones I think that I really regret not eating. Now I've had colossal king crab. Man, I'm talking about a crab leg. It's this big around, man. Like you're talking about like 2 or 3 feet. Huge. When you crack it and pull the meat out, so amazing. So amazing. Love it. That, and there's another dish on the horizon. It's that Wagyu beef that you get from Japan. They got different grades of it. Man, it looks like it's unbelievable how fatty and how good it looks for what it is. It's crazy expensive though. So they got some king crab. They got some king crab like we got hog problems. Yeah, I heard of what? So I didn't know they had crab problems like that. Yeah, good for the claws on it. That's what I was told too. So I wonder if they're really good crabs though. Like they would have to be, right? The king crabs there, they would have to be tasty. I would say that it's probably a curse to have that many crabs right there in that area, because it's probably eating up all the other, messing up the ecosystem. I'll tell you now, I could help them with that. Matter of fact, bringing a story to San Antonio, I was there last time I was there. Last time or the time before that I was there, I think it was the last. Anyways, it was a few years ago. Last time before we went to me and some other guys. It was military stuff. We went to Joe's Crab Shack right down the Riverwalk, and whatever day it was, a Wednesday or whatever it was unlimited crab legs, and we got our money's worth. I don't remember how many buckets we had. We'd counted, because they would only bring out so much at once. They wouldn't bring out. They wouldn't bring out just unlimited. They bring out some. You had to eat them. You had to show it to them. But they was cool with us because we both had unlimited. So they would bring out a bucket of double, whatever it was, every time. And we would tell them, we'd be like, hey, can you get some more coming? And they would look out for us and get it coming. We didn't have to be completely empty with every bit of it ate. They hooked us up. So I want to say we ate like 14 or 16 buckets of crabs, though, man. Man, it was good, man. I love some crab legs. I mean, I could literally eat them. When I do that, it sounds funny when I say this, because I'm really obsessed with crab legs. when I do that, I order water. When I go there, I never get a soda or nothing. I get water. And if you see me drinking water, it's because I'm choking on crab legs. You heard me? I'm choking on them. Like, I can't. I need the water to help wash it down. That's what I do. Let's see. It's real cold as me as you want. I see that, man. Water though, man. Not like that. That sounds cold water. My son wants to learn how to scuba dive and to surf. So hopefully we'll get him into that before long, man. He's 14, tall. The boy is tall. He's already like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. I don't remember how tall. He's tall, man. He's tall. He's gonna be a real tall kid, and he just barely 14. So that'll be interesting to see how he's gonna turn out with height wise. But he might go down there and get it. My homeboy Spence, like I said, my boy Spence, he was in Okinawa. Not when I was there, but he was there. He got his diving certification. And when I say diving certification, he got like all of the diving certifications. Like there's probably one he don't have, but what I'm saying is he got certified. Like he spent every chance he got, he was out there. I know he's not an instructor yet because I wanted him to teach my son because he's very particular about things. And I would be willing to pay him to teach my son, but he's not an instructor yet. And I'm hoping he does that. But he got some big things going for him, though, man. He's over at UNLV now. He's going to college over there, and he's paramilitary, and he does a lot of cool things, with the diving and everything. And he's got a Jeep. He goes off road with the Jeeps and stuff. I think that's pretty cool too. I'm not a Jeep guy. Like I thought I considered buying a Jeep. But they're too small on the inside for me. They're like a Honda Civic. I used to have Honda Civics and stuff. And I make jokes about being big. I'm not that damn big. I'm not that big, but I just feel cramped in a Jeep and a Civic. I just feel cramped in them. I like full size vehicles now. Let's say, ice water. See, I didn't even think about that. Ice water. They drill a hole, and when you tie a rope, your leg, and you dive. Man. Say you tie a rope your leg, you get down in the water, you got 6 to 8 minutes before you get hypothermia. No, I ain't doing that. But I'll buy them crab legs if they're not expensive, especially if it's a problem. Because they need to get rid of them if it's a problem. I need them. I eat all of them. I think I'm going to get some crab legs soon, matter of fact. You got me thinking about it. Maybe I'll go down to the casino or somewhere else when they got the all-you-can-eat. They probably don't have that. And I keep thinking about it. I don't get out a whole lot during COVID. I haven't been out like the casinos and stuff. Like I was in Vegas, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, and it was all closed down there. Vegas it wasn't good. I went during COVID, and it was sad. And I'm gonna go back soon though. Like I think it's mostly open now. I don't know for sure yet. I'll shoot some text messages tomorrow and find out. And I'll look it up online to see if it is, but. I'll go back to Vegas. See, I used to go out a lot in Vegas, so I know the little stomping areas. I could go out there and film some pretty cool footage there. There's already guys that live in Vegas that's what they do. Like they do that like almost every day. They go out and live stream and everything else. So I'm not gonna be what they're gonna be. I'm not gonna cut into what they're doing. Like I said, I don't even know about this live stream stuff. I got a few of you guys here now, and I'm humbled and I'm happy with it. But if it gets to where I get a few more people watching it, then I'll probably do it more often and not necessarily just talking about this. We can talk about anything. Maybe we'll have a subject we talk about that day. You can ask questions. We talk about anything. I can do it while I'm driving around. I can film when I'm in Memphis tomorrow. I can do some live vlogging from there through this app. I can do it with. So I might can do that. I don't really know yet. Speaking of COVID, we're open 100% on 10th this month. Man, I got a text message on that earlier. Shout out to Texas for opening wide open. Now that's a controversial subject for some people. I get it. Some people have family members that got sick from this, and I truly feel bad for them. Trust me, I do, because I'm terrified to get it myself. I got a really close friend of mine, Keith. He got it, and he still ain't right. I think he says his lungs still just a little messed up from it. This was a long time ago, but it kicked his butt, man. It kicked some people's butt. The question is, do you get the vaccine? Well, normal regular Joe would say, absolutely not. No chance. But Regular Joe has a YouTube channel now, and they probably not gonna let me travel much without that passport. That's right. They call it a COVID passport or something another passport, right? A medical passport. It says you're clear with COVID. Well, my homeboy sent me a message on a little while ago telling me that if you have that passport and he's over in the east out there, you can travel to a lot of places. Not necessarily yet, but they're going to recognize it just like a passport. So, for example, in 6 months, I may not be able to go to Thailand or the Philippines. Right now, you cannot go to the Philippines unless you have a legit reason there. Like, let's say your wife was there or your grandma's there or something. You need to get there. Then there may be a way. It's very strict even then, But someone like me, they not letting me go. You're going to have that vaccine. And again, I'll say, no, I'm not getting the vaccine. Well, then I can't go anywhere. So I'm hoping to let it sit long enough to where the vaccine's been proven, because there's several different variants out there, and some of them are given different, different effects and problems with it, and some of them are good, but there's been a lot of people questioning it. And I'm not questioning it necessarily. I'm just saying I'm not going to take it unless I have to. I was the same way with the flu shot. I just didn't want it unless I really felt I really needed it. I didn't ever take it on my own unless somebody forced me to with the government. Let's see what we got here. People are afraid of getting it. People are afraid of getting it and not scared of snorting coke when they're out drinking. Isn't that crazy, man? You got people out there snorting lines, but they don't want to take the yeah. That's crazy, man. You're right. That is right. Hey, that was a loud bang. I'm sorry. I just saw the red shoot up. Again, I'm learning on this here. I'm actually speaking very quietly, and the microphone levels are lit up pretty high. So Mr. Texas Made is what's the name of that place? I think about it sometimes. There's a place in San Antonio. Moses Roses. Is it still open? Moses Rose. I remember that. Remember I spoke to the owner. It's a very different type of place, for San Antonio. I think I hadn't seen a place like that before. Good old Moses Rose. I figured that a lot of places would close, go out of business due to the economy affected by this virus going on, Say still popping. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Odyssey, you remember Sweet, old buddy that came with us? He went with us to Moses Rose. That's a good dude, man. Good old, it's a cool name too. That name would be Sweet. That's a pretty cool name. Yeah, he good dude, man. I'm about to tell him we filmed and talked about it a little bit. Tell him how far it is in, because I know he ain't gonna want to watch no long video over that. Good old Moses Rose. I like that other club, man. You remember that thing? There was that strip mall. I talked to you about it last time I seen you, or time for that. There used to be a strip mall on the way up to Stone Oak area. It was on the right. I was with you a couple times. Remember they got shot up or something like that? Oh, he in Florida now. Sweet in Florida. Yeah. I give you his contact information if you want sometime. You can hit him up. He on Snapchat. I wish you was on Snapchat. I know you went on, I don't think you're on Snapchat no more. But yeah, it used to be a strip, and they had like I think it was called Sushi Time. It was that. So it was a sushi bar in the daytime and a club at night. Very unique. And I want to say that one right above it had another club, and then on the other end they had a club on both of them too. I don't remember. It was a whole complex, man. It was a beautiful complex. I think they had some sort of shootout or something in the parking lot between the time I had left and then, years down the road or whatever. On Lock Hill Film. Probably so, man. Probably so. Because I remember me and you went to one of them and you knew somebody that worked there. So we went down there and then we went to somewhere else. But in that complex, there was four. It was a big, long complex, but there was a club on each end, top and bottom floor, and that was a really cool place, man. That was a very, very cool place. Area 42, probably so. One of them wouldn't let me in, man. The one, if you were looking at the building, all the way to the left upstairs. I had been there like 2 times already, and it had a big out. Both the upstairs had a decking area outside or whatever, but they wouldn't let me in, man. They would, because you had to go upstairs, go to the back of the parking area upstairs, but you'd be upstairs at that point, and you'd walk over to it. They wouldn't let me in because of my tattoos, man. They told me that, and I was active duty military. They told me that there was too much gang violence or some shootout that was going to happen or whatever. I mean, I guess he's right. They did have a shootout. That's why the place closed. So, yeah, but I like that whole area, man. All four of those spots. The bottom left one was kind of whack, but the one upstairs of it was popping, and the one on the right and the one above it was nice. Louis, yeah. So man, that sucks, man, because those were pretty cool places, man. Those were they're different. Like I said, I've been all over the place. They were a little different than other places I had been to. Like Okinawa had some very different type places too. It was different than most people would experience. They had I'm not gonna get into some of those stuff. We'll say it another time. They had some pretty cool stuff in Okinawa. I might go back to Okinawa and do some video, and it'll be interesting. My son was born there, and it'd be interesting to have him take him down there and him actually go back to the hospital he was born in, and maybe to the places that we lived and see it. And then, because he was like, when we left, he was like 1, so he wasn't very old. They said they had. He said they had 100-man shootout there. Then the cops couldn't control it. I believe it. I believe it, man. Because at night, when it got late, the parking lot was a club. It was wild, man. That was a wild place, man. It was a really cool place. But when you come outside, man, I mean, you seeing Rolls Royces and all kind of stuff. Just it turned into a club in the parking lot. Yeah. I like Stone Oak too, man. I tell you another thing I miss. I miss Rudy's, man. I like Rudy's barbecue. I know there's probably better barbecue, in the area. I have Rudy's in Dallas too. I like Rudy's. Rudy's barbecue is real good. It's very unique to us here, because Mississippi is real big on barbecue. Same because Memphis, the South is big on barbecue in general. North Carolina has their own barbecue. So I've been to barbecue joints in most of the famous barbecue. I haven't been to Kansas City, but I've been to a lot of barbecue joints across the U.S. and Rudy's has a really unique, in my opinion, style. Like when you walk in, the way they're cooking it and the way they give you your plate and everything, it's very unique. He's at Blacks and Lockhart. I'm about to remember that too. I'm about to look back at this chat when we done. I'm about to put that in my little map on my phone because that sounds good. I know matter of fact, I went to one of them. You probably know what this one is because it's near San Antonio. It was in the, oh man. There's that base north of San Antonio. I was there for a while. I don't remember. My memory's shot. Anyways, there's a barbecue joint outside of that town, Randolph Air Force Base. It's near that. So there's a barbecue joint not far from there. This out in the middle of nowhere. Like we had to drive for a while, but it has like a place where like they would have like country music festivals or rock concerts or something at it. And that was some real good barbecue too. I guess it's a real famous place up there in that area. I have no clue. But I just remember that it was a place where you normally have like a biker. They'd have all kind of Harleys sitting out front over here, and then the chicken cage, like for people to throw beer bottles at the singers and stuff, whatever. It was pretty cool. Dude, my friend used to teach in Osaka, and he used to tell me I gotta go. I'm gonna teach these people the language of the gods. You should, man. You should. Yeah, you should, man. I would. I haven't been to Osaka. I was in Okinawa my whole time for in Japan, but Tokyo will be great. Osaka will be great. My little girl want to go to Japan real bad. So I'm gonna take her. She's still doing real good in school. I'm gonna take her to Japan soon. And again, we're gonna vlog on that too. It might be a year, 2, 3 years from now. I don't really know yet to do that one because it's not as bad just to pay for me or one other person. But if you send 3, 4, 5 people to Japan, man, tickets might be $6, $7, $8, $900,000 a piece. Then it starts really adding up. The lodging isn't as bad. I mean, I guess you say technically lodging would be bad because, for the money because everything's expensive there, very expensive there. It's kind of polarizing to see how you can live in the Philippines for $750 to $1,000 a month. We're not talking like living like a king, but you can live $750 to $1,000 a month. There's lots of arguments about that, but for sure, $1,500 a month, you can live great in the Philippines, and I mean, you can live really well. But $1,500 a month in Okinawa barely get you a place to sleep. At least the places they gave us the option to stay at. So, and, you go to get gas. Gas is crazy expensive. Motorcycles are very expensive there. A lot of things are expensive there, but it also helps with the influx of money coming in from the military and the government, of Japan itself, giving money towards people being there. So don't eat the puffer fish. Yeah, I heard about that, man. What you can? They got some chefs they're trained on that are really good at the puffer fish stuff, and it's very expensive, but I might do that. I might do it for the video, man. It ain't gonna be no. I'm gonna step outside my comfort zone with this channel. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna step outside my comfort zone, and I mean, I'm not gonna be eating like chocolate covered what is it, scorpions and nothing like that. I don't eat none of that. Not balut, whatever in the Philippines. I'm not eating that. But if there's something that's like a duck or something that's unique to their country or whatever, and it's not something like a monkey. I'm not eating no monkey brain. You know what I mean? I'm not eating nothing like that. But like, in some countries that's a delicacy. That's why I say that. In America, eating pig's brains is something that some people do. I'm not doing that. But something like a puffer fish, that's something I want to do since I was a child. Or at least been terrified of doing since I was a child. And I think if you get the right, in the right time, in the right place, especially with the absolute right chef, I would do it. There's a guy I've watched on YouTube that in Osaka and the Tokyo area. He'll go to some really high end, Japanese restaurant, and he'll film it as they're doing it and cooking it and presenting it to him. I think he had puffer fish once. That stuff, that's some scary stuff, man. So if I'm gonna eat the puffer fish, I'm gonna get drunk and play some rounds of Russian roulette. Oh Lord. Yeah. Well, let me see. You can't. I think they said that you can't just prepare puffer fish in Japan, or whatever country. I know Japan. You can't just make it. You have to, from what I read, you have to be a chef that has been trained on it, basically. So you have to go through. I don't know if you knew this, but a sushi chef, a real sushi guy or girl that makes does sushi, like the real deal stuff. They go through years before they even allowed to make it. Like they can't make it. They go for cleaning the place up and making rice. You have to make rice perfect, perfect. And it sounds like easy. Okay, I can figure that out in a week. These guys go for years of just making rice until you make that rice just perfect, and they think you've put in the time. That's when they let you do the next step of becoming a sushi chef. And again, that's another thing. I might go to one of the colleges or one of the teachers there while I'm in Japan and do a mini series on it. From the regular guy's view. Who knows? That's what I would consider that for sure. If I could find one to let me talk to him about it, I'd do it. I would do it. I would video that for sure. Yeah, man. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here, man. We've been on here for like almost 2 hours now. I appreciate y'all sitting through it. I know some people probably just have fallen asleep already, but I mean, I really, really appreciate you doing this, because this is something for me to learn how to do with it next. And hopefully next time I'll be in the house or in the building or something, make it a little bit more comfortable and maybe better lighting. But thank you so much for following me, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody being here. We'll talk to y'all later.